Hey everybody, my name is Gallo. This is Mike Heinrich, and this is WCR Spotlight. Hey everybody, it's Mike Heinrich. Mike, thanks so much for having us.
Oh, thanks for coming.
We are going to get a treat today. We are going to be looking at Amazon tree boas. Mike, this one that I'm holding here, how old is this one?
This snake is a female. It was born on Thanksgiving Day 2007 from Undercurrent. It was in a private collection of Undercurrent reptiles.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, Mike, what originally got you into reptiles, first of all?
Reptiles, when I was a kid, I was always that kid that was watching science shows on TV and going to the library after school. I was always fascinated with swamps and jungles, and so naturally, if you like swamps and jungles, you're going to like snakes.
So snakes were always your...
Yeah, I like, lizards fascinated me, but nothing like scary snakes. I like the dark, scary jungles and, swamps and alligators, but yeah, snakes were always my favorite.
Awesome. Now, what got you into the ATBs?
The first time I ever saw one, it was just like no other snake I'd ever seen before. I had seen green tree pythons, I had seen emerald tree boas, but the personality of an Amazon, their activity level, their variability, their color, everything about them, it's just, there's nothing else on earth like them.
Now, I've been holding this one for a while now, and since from the moment I got it, it hasn't struck, it hasn't, been aggressive in any way, but that's not normal.
No. Typically, they're pretty aggressive. From
Okay.
the day they're born until the day they die, they pretty much want to bite everything that moves.
Okay. And it's not a feeding reflex. It's more
No,
of
it's
a...
anger. It's, leave me alone, don't touch me or I'm going to hurt you.
Okay. Now, there's no real way of changing that for this type of snake.
It's possible. I've never actually tried to tame one. People have said they've calmed them down, and other people have tried to calm them down and failed. So it is possible, but no guaranteed success.
So right now, I'm just lucky.
Right. Yeah, it's a pretty calm female. She's an adult. She's been in captivity all her life and probably used to people. And although on the other hand, I've had some other ones that were born in captivity and handled frequently, and they're nowhere near that relaxed.
Okay, now I'm looking at all of your enclosures here, and I'm noticing a lot of different colors, a lot of different patterns. How does that occur? Is it a genetic thing? Can you plan it? Or is it just something that happens right now?
Well, let's start with the wild ones. In the wild, colors are just random. There's been studies about whether or not the colors are lighter and brighter at higher elevations or lower elevations and situations like that, but nothing conclusive. It's just random colors, random patterns. Dr. Henderson, who's actually a friend of mine, he has a theory about the random patterns on the snakes. His theory is that overhead predators like hawks or whatever, they with these guys not having a consistent pattern, then predators won't be able to look for that silhouette, that pattern, and it's more random. They can't just automatically pick something out.
Now, we were looking at one, because I actually want to see this reaction that we're talking about as far as what they're like when, their temperaments. This one, I believe, was a pretty good one.
I would say this one right here, this is that's a proven breeder, a captive born and bred female. She's just like this one you're holding. She was produced in captivity, and she's been around people all her life, but she's not at all similar to the one you're holding. That's the typical Amazon personality right there.
And at no point does it change. Even if once you get it out, if you're handling it, it
No,
will
this-
still be prepared for that to occur.
This one right here, just if you were handling her, your hands would both be really bloody right now.
Okay.
And yeah, she's beautiful. She's a proven breeder, and she's been around for a while, but she does not like humans.
Now, this breed, these Amazon tree boas, as far as people that are looking for something exotic, something that's out of the ordinary to keep, definitely not a kid snake, not a
No, it's
friendly
not.
snake to handle.
This is not a pet shop level snake. It's not a pet. It's not something you're going to want to pick up and carry and hold around and just hold it while you're watching TV like some people do. These are a collector's species, serious collectors basically. They you know, I keep them in a simplistic enclosure. My time is very limited, so paper towel, disposable water dishes, that suits me best. But people keep these in large naturalistic vivariums, look like little miniature jungles, and it's the ultimate display when you do that.
So yeah, so this is what I was going to say. Is this is definitely what you're looking at as a really
Right,
cool
this,
display animal.
This species right here would be like having a saltwater fish tank in your front room or your den. I used to have a large, heavily planted jungle vivarium with a pair of Amazons, and I would sit and watch that thing just like if I was watching TV.
You know what? That's a good comparison. I like that. The tropical fish comparison is also something that a lot of people will say, well, why would you have something that
I
you
get that all the time.
just look at and
I get that all the time. People ask me why in the world would I have a snake species that I can't pick up and hold? And my question is, do you pick up and hold your fish? No, I don't pick up and hold my snake. Even when I had corn snakes and king snakes, things that you can hold, I didn't. You know, picking them up and holding them isn't my thing. My joy comes from, you know, watching them, observing them, writing about them. As you know, I'm a writer, and photographing them. I photograph these things basically 7 days a week.
yeah, I've seen a lot of your pictures, by the way. They're
Thank you.
awesome shots.
Thank
They're really, really cool. Really bring out the detail in these beautiful, beautiful snakes. Of course, they produce live babies.
Right.
Litters are normally how large or how small?
In my 19 years of working with Amazons, my average litter size is 8 babies. I've had larger litters. People I know on the internet have had litters up to 22, 24 babies. This year alone on our Amazon Alliance community, I've seen a couple people post litters that were over 15 babies, so it's possible.
Okay.
But average is 10, 8 to 10.
Awesome. Now, you mentioned something that I want to talk about too, the Amazon Alliance.
Right.
Your baby too, partially your baby.
Correct.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about the Amazon Alliance?
Well, I was in Amazons for, like I said, almost 20 years. I spent a lot of years breeding colubrids and corn snakes, and when I was into corn snakes, I knew Kathy Love fairly well. She was heavily into Amazon tree boas back in the 80s and early 90s. She got out of them, and about 7 or 8 years ago, when she started getting back into Amazon, she contacted me, and we talked, and her and Bill came over. The first year they came over, Kathy asked me if I would be willing to co-found a Amazon tree boa community, and that's how the Amazon Alliance came to be.
That's
Our
awesome.
main goal is have a tree boa community focusing mainly on Amazons and not overrun with emerald tree boas. Other tree boa forums, the generalized tree boa forums on the internet, they kind of get overrun with the more expensive emerald tree boas, the Amazon basin emeralds, the green tree pythons. So we wanted to keep it pure. We wanted to keep it focused strictly on one species. So it's been a great success. Amazon keepers from all over the world came out of the woodwork, and we got a ton of members, and we have daily activity. It never gets slow.
That's
It's
great.
a real good community.
And it's a website?
Right.
Amazon _
No, Amazon-alliance.com.
Okay. Mike, along with the Amazon Alliance part of it, where you're trying to keep the focus on the Amazon tree boas and that there's also a ABT registry.
Right, the Amazon Tree Boa Registry. It was created by Chuck Pritzel, founder of the American Corn Snake Registry, herpregistry.com. He created it for Kathy and I. He's a mutual friend. The registry is a pedigree system. Every snake entered gets a pedigree number. Every owner gets a breeder registry number. And it'll be a way for us to track Amazon lineage, and after multi-generations we'll be able to track pattern and color. There'll be a photographic family tree, search utility, so you can search for any, if you're going to buy a snake and it's got a breeder gives you the ID number, you can search for any related relatives of that snake, and you can look at the family history. You can find out if this snake comes from a red background, or what the parents look like, or how many of its siblings were patterned. It's going to be a invaluable tool in future generations. It's about, the registry is about a year old right now. We've got probably about 900 snakes already registered, so we're off to a great start.
That's awesome. And now you are, because we like to do this where we go, visit people and talk about their collections, and we've done both breeders and collectors. You are strictly a collector who does the breeding only because of...
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. I've been, like I said, I've been with the Amazons for about 18 years. My name has been, related to Amazons for a long time. People all over the country think I'm the big Amazon guy. They think they're going to come to my house and find a big, huge breeding facility. I maintain 20 or 30 adults. I produce a couple litters a year. I give a lot of babies to friends, and I sell a lot of snakes at special friendship prices. You won't see me advertising too often, and you won't see me selling to strangers too often. For me, it's fun. I work for a living. The snakes is not a source of income. I did breed for money years ago, but my true passion right now is just enjoyment.
Well, I got to tell you, it's been a lot of fun for us.
Thanks
a lot for having us, Mike.
I'm glad you came. Anytime I get a chance to talk about Amazon Tree Boas, I'm there.
Amazon Tree Boas, the Amazon Alliance. It's Mike. I'm Gallo. Peace.